We spent 3 weeks hunting down the creepiest real-life glitch videos on the internet.
It's not moving.
Some of them have logical explanations, while others don't. So stick around, because we saved the most disturbing glitches for last.
I've never seen this guy do this. This is wrong.
First, watch the clip carefully before the explanation. In Pocatello, Idaho, USA, a man was home alone while his parents were away when he noticed strange sounds and flashes of light outside. It looked like fireworks creating unusual patterns in the sky, almost like a glitch. The next morning, he discovered that the effect was caused by a sparking electrical transformer. Invisible force. A man was working on his laptop in his office in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, USA, unaware of what was about to happen. Suddenly, the glass table shattered on its own, as if a hidden force had struck it with great strength, breaking it into tiny pieces. Later, he reported the incident and left his job, afraid that something supernatural might be present in the office. After watching the CCTV footage, the office staff also became convinced that the place might be haunted. Flying car. On the 13th of March, 2021, a man was stuck in heavy traffic on the Tomei Expressway in Japan when he captured something unexpected. A car appeared to be flying in the air, as if it belonged to some otherworldly force. To him, it felt like a glitch in reality, so he shared the clip on Instagram to get an explanation from others. One viewer suggested that traffic may have been blocked because the car was being lifted by a crane, and the supporting cables were simply not visible on camera. Haunted school. On a routine day in Ithaca, New York, USA, students were busy in their classes when they were suddenly spooked by an unusual incident in the college. A dark shape made of smoke appeared in the hallway, and smoky shapes began to move down from the ceiling, as if something unnatural was taking form. At first, some thought it might be caused by an electrical issue, but everything seemed normal. The students recorded the moment, and many of them later refused to return to the school, fearing that it might be haunted. Motionless plane.
Is it moving?
One cloudy morning in Flagstaff, Arizona, USA, a woman was out for a walk when she looked at the sky and was left shaken. A banner plane appeared to be frozen in the midair, although its sound could be heard. Later, she searched online and learned that planes can sometimes appear stationary due to the parallax effect.
It's not moving.
Strange shadow.
This is a shadow of.
A man was waiting in a parking lot late at night for his friends to come out of a club when he noticed something unsettling. A long shadow stretched across the ground, resembling a pole, yet no object nearby could explain it. So, what do you think it could be? A glitch or something far more mysterious?
There's nothing above me. It's not from that pole.
Solar halo. One sunny morning in Driggs, Idaho, a man spotted something strange in the sky. He quickly turned on his camera and captured the sun, reflecting a ring of light around it in shades of blue, light, cyan, and yellow. Out of curiosity, he shared the clip on Instagram, where one commenter suggested that it was a solar halo, also known as a 22-degree halo, caused by sunlight refracting through ice crystals in high-altitude clouds. Mid-step mystery. A delivery man was driving in Astoria, Oregon, USA, when he saw a strange man standing beside the road. What made him film the moment was a man standing motionless beside the road, frozen mid-step as if time had stopped. The delivery man stopped for a while and kept filming, hoping the man would move, but he did not. He remained in the same position until the driver left, wondering if the man was trying to grab the attention of passers-by.
Пиздец.
Tree of Sparks. In the times of artificial intelligence, it is difficult to know what is real and what is a hoax. A similar clip was shared by an unidentified source on Instagram, showing a frightening scene. It was a stormy day, and a tree was glowing orange from its trunk, while smoke was coming out of it. A streak of light ran through another tree a few steps ahead, before it suddenly split and collapsed with a loud sound. Now write in the comments, is it a hoax or something out of the ordinary? Hovering bird. A man was returning home after grocery shopping in Marfa, Texas, when he noticed a black bird hovering in the sky. It remained fixed in one position, as if suspended by an invisible thread. 2 days later, he saw a similar bird again, still hovering in the air. This time, after staying still for a while, it suddenly flapped its wings and flew away. Curious, he showed the clip to a zoologist friend, who explained that birds sometimes behave this way when they lock onto prey before diving, similar to hawks. Glitched man. This video was shared by a person driving in Ellensburg, Washington. His camera was on as he was filming a vlog when a peculiar moment was captured. A man jogging on the pavement suddenly removed his jacket and handed it to another man who appeared out of nowhere before walking past him. Terrified, the driver quickly sped off because he became convinced that the man might have come from another dimension and there might be some mysterious link between both of them. Narrow band snow.
Whoa, look at that line.
A man was driving to a hill resort in Alaska on the 1st of September, 2004. During his journey, he experienced something unusual. Snow was falling on one side of the road, while the other side remained completely dry. He stepped out of his car and recorded the moment. Later, he researched and came to know that this was a natural phenomenon known as narrow band snow, a localized strip of intense snowfall that can occur over a very small area.
One shoe snowy, one bone dry.
Crimson sky. Sometimes we experience things our minds refuse to accept, and this kind of phenomenon occurred in Tulsa, Oklahoma, USA. Suddenly, the sky turned blood red in the evening. The residents were terrified by the apocalyptic scene and started calling it a natural glitch, but after a while, everything returned to normal. Meteorologists later claimed that this happened due to tropical cyclone Nouriel, which lifted the iron-rich red dust and spread it into the atmosphere. Crack of hell. Alright, this one feels straight out of a science fiction movie. On his way to the Megamart in East Palo Alto, California, a man noticed an orange glow beneath a crack in the road. Out of curiosity, he turned on his camera and moved closer, only to be shocked by what he saw. A hot liquid was boiling beneath the surface, as if reality had glitched and revealed a glimpse of hell. Later, he shared the footage on Instagram, where one commenter suggested it might be lava, but there was no active fiery activity in California. Open discussion. This would be the creepiest real-life glitch video that you never want to miss. A girl was standing in her office in Shenzhen, China, showing a scarf to her friend on camera. But something about the scarf made the moment feel unreal. It looked so transparent that it almost seemed like a two-way mirror. The office behind it could still be seen on camera, but the girl standing behind the scarf was not visible at all. Then, she lifted the scarf over her head, and she completely disappeared. When the video was shared online, many viewers claimed it was edited just to fool people. Mysterious gateway. A hunter was searching for deer in Yosemite National Park, California, when he saw something he never expected. An unusual shape began forming in the forest. It appeared gray with green, orange, and pink light glowing inside it, as if it were a portal opening to something otherworldly. He recorded the moment before contacting the authorities, but when they arrived, they could not find anything unusual. Paused cat. This strange moment was captured by a tourist on Beale Street in Memphis, Tennessee, when a brown and white cat stood motionless in the middle of the road, as if it were a toy that had run out of power. Pedestrians stopped to see what it was looking at, and even another cat came closer, but there was nothing ahead. After a while, it moved its tail, and people realized it was a real cat, possibly focused on something tiny that was not visible to the human eye. Portal opening. One Sunday, a man was visiting Cornwall Park in Bellingham, Washington. While recording the scenery, he was suddenly shocked to see a black wave-like formation appear ahead of him. It looked as if a portal was opening and something was trying to come out of it, but could not. He continued recording for a while to see what would appear, but the formation disappeared, leaving him thinking that it might have been a glitch in the Matrix. Pupil shift. A TikToker, Arena Locke, shared a random clip of herself on TikTok which left the viewers stunned. At first, nothing unusual appeared, but then her eyes began to look strange. Her pupil was black, but it suddenly turned gray, as if something demonic was hiding inside her and trying to reveal itself on camera. However, some viewers suggested that she might naturally have gray eyes and was wearing black contact lenses that slipped from her eyes. What do you think? Strange water splash. What you're about to see is a little different from what came before, and that's exactly the point. Wow isn't just one kind of weird. It covers everything. Keep watching. On the 27th of March, 2021, a man captured a strange moment on camera in Haidian, Beijing, China. Suddenly, a splash of water struck his main door, as if someone had thrown it directly at the house. The man quickly opened the door in anger, but was shocked to see no one outside. He became convinced that it might have been poltergeist activity. However, others suggested that a passing car could have splashed water onto the door. What do you think caused it? Fading figure. Ring cameras are supposed to capture strangers outside the house, but this one recorded something truly unsettling in Farmington, New Mexico. A woman was reviewing her Ring camera footage when she saw a man walking normally along the road. Suddenly, he began to fade away from his legs, and within seconds, he completely disappeared, as if he were never there. When she showed the clip to her husband, he suggested it might be a camera glitch, but she was not convinced. Stuck in a loop. Once you are done liking this video, let me remind you that what you are about to watch is truly bizarre, and we seriously need to talk about it. In Jerome, Arizona, USA, students left a boring class and began to come out of the class. All students followed the exact same path, turning right, then left, in perfect repetition. Later, one commenter suggested that this might have happened because the students usually took the gate on the right every day, and since it was closed that day, they turned out of habit. Possessed dog. One Saturday night, a woman was home alone when she heard a strange sound coming from another room, which instantly filled her with fear. She slowly moved forward with her camera recording and captured her dog with glowing eyes, peeking from behind the door before quickly closing it. However, the very next day, she was casually filming her dog when it was drinking water from the sink.
Excuse me. Nada.
When she called out to it, the dog started walking on its hind legs, lifting its front legs in the air, as if something invisible was holding its paws and guiding its movement. She became convinced that her dog was possessed.
Hey, excuse me. Nada.
Glitched dog. You may have seen many glitches in reality, but this one could be one of the strangest. A man was playing with his pet dog and filming him one Sunday at his flat in Bisbee, Arizona, USA. He threw a ball, and the dog walked straight through a metal railing as if it were not even there. The dog picked up the ball and returned to him. The strangest part was that the man did not seem shocked, as if the glitch only appeared on camera and the railing did not exist in reality. Missing head. Back in 2016, a man was driving to his office in Bandung, Indonesia, when he saw something unexpected on the road and quickly turned on his camera. A man was walking beside the road without a head, as if he were a zombie. The driver slowed down and recorded him closely, thinking the head might be lowered or hidden from view, but he was wrong. No head ever appeared on the man's neck. This terrified him, and he stepped on the accelerator, unable to understand who the man was or what had happened to his head. Split sunset. This unusual moment was captured by a man in Florida. The sky appeared divided into two parts. One side was clear, while the other was covered with clouds. He was shocked, as he had never seen anything like it before, so he recorded it and later researched the phenomenon. He discovered that this is known as a split sunset, which occurs when a large cloud, mountain, or similar obstruction below the horizon casts a shadow upward, dividing the sky into two sections. Mammatus clouds.
They're not even moving. It looks like it's hanging over us.
One evening, a strange phenomenon appeared over Galena, Illinois, USA, and left people terrified. The sky was filled with dark, bulbous clouds hanging low, creating an eerie scene. One person recorded the moment and shared it online, later discovering that these were mammatus clouds. They form when cold, moist air sinks beneath a thunderstorm's anvil, creating pouch-like cloud structures. Unlike most clouds that form from rising air, these are created by descending dense air containing ice and liquid water. They often appear after severe weather.
Feels like it could just drop and crush everything.
Mysterious projection.
How are we seeing the shadow of the tree?
This video was sent to us from Savannah, Georgia, USA, by a woman who was relaxing at her home when she heard a strange sound coming from a tree near her house. She picked up her torch and shone it on the tree. She did not see anything unusual except a shadow of the tree appearing in the sky. She was shocked because the sky is not a solid surface where a shadow can be cast. So was it a real-life glitch or something more sinister? You decide.
It doesn't make any sense.
Helicopter glitch. In Key West, Florida, USA, a man was waiting at a red signal when he heard the loud sound of a helicopter. Surprised by seeing the helicopter so low, he quickly turned on his camera and felt something off. The helicopter was moving in the air, but its blades seemed frozen, as if the engine were not running. After a while, the blades began to move slowly. At first, he thought it was a real-life glitch, but later, his friend explained that this effect can happen when a camera's shutter speed matches the rotation speed of the blades. Vortex ring. A man stopped at a Mega Mart with his son while traveling to attend a wedding in Fresno, California, USA. While looking at the sky, he noticed a circular formation made of smoke and recorded it. When he zoomed in, he saw unusual spikes around the ring. He shared the video online, believing it was a glitch in reality. However, viewers later explained that it was a vortex ring, likely produced by an industrial source which can float in the air for a long distance before fading away. Glitching sky. A woman was heading home after a late-night party with her friends in Hempstead, New York, when something strange happened. Suddenly, the sky began flickering with an unusual light, spreading an orange glow across the clouds. She became frightened, especially since there had been recent rumors of alien sightings in the area. However, when the clip was shared online, viewers suggested it was simply a natural atmospheric effect before a thunderstorm. Sprinted entity. Sometimes, street cameras capture things that human eyes cannot. A similar moment was recorded by a street camera in front of the Zughaus building in Berlin, Germany. At first, everything looked normal, but then, out of nowhere, a transparent figure appeared and moved across the pavement at an incredible speed. The moment happened so quickly that even after replaying the footage, no one could tell what it was. It left behind everything in the air to slowly settle to the ground, making it seem like something not from this world had passed by. Apocalypse Swarm. On the 10th of June, 2025, a man saw something distressing over Tel Aviv, Israel. There were thousands of crows circling over the city. He was terrified because he had been living there for 20 years and had never seen anything like it before. He captured the scene and shared the clip online, claiming it was a sign of an impending apocalypse, and after 3 days, tensions between Israel and Iran escalated. Square cloud. You must watch this clip if you have never seen a square-shaped cloud before. Back in 2007, a man on a morning walk in Gakona, Alaska, USA, spotted a strange formation in the sky. A cloud appeared in an exact square shape, as if it had been placed there intentionally. It looked like something mysterious was hidden behind it. Some believe it could be linked to experiments such as the HARP project, which studies the ionosphere, while others think it is simply a rare atmospheric formation. Floating tree. 2 months ago in California, USA, a strange sight caught the attention of people working near Newport Beach. A tree appeared to float in mid-air, reflecting a faint glow. It looked as if it was being lifted by something invisible. He quickly took out his camera and recorded the moment, convinced it was a real-life glitch. However, viewers later explained that it was likely a tree being transported by a crane, which was not visible in the frame. Goat Man. One Sunday, a man was sitting at a tea stall with his friend in Shetpal, Maharashtra, India, when he witnessed something unsettling. A black goat was walking upright on 2 legs like a human. Every step looked perfectly balanced. One of them recorded the moment, believing it to be something unnatural. Later, after asking his father, he learned that goats can sometimes stand or walk upright to show dominance, play, or reach food on trees. Sky turned pink. In December 2004, a man was driving on Coventry Road in Birmingham, UK, when he suddenly saw something that felt unreal. The sky turned pink from black. He blinked his eyes twice, thinking his mind might be playing tricks on him, but it was real. Later, news reports revealed that the pink sky was not a natural glitch, but was caused by powerful pink LED lights used at Birmingham City's football ground. Split weather. A woman was leaving for work in Helena, Montana, USA, when something just felt off. The front of her house was wet from rain, but when she walked to the backyard, it was covered in thick snow from the same night. What makes it feel like a glitch is that both conditions existed at the exact same time, with no gradual transition between them. It looked as if 2 different weather conditions were existing side by side, and the reality failed to load properly in one place. Invisible obstacle. There had been a robbery inside a building in Shanghai, China, and a security guard was reviewing the CCTV footage when he noticed something strange. A man was coming upstairs while talking on the phone on his way to his apartment when his bizarre behavior was captured on camera. Just before entering, he suddenly looked up, stepped back, and carefully stepped over something, as if he clearly saw an obstacle that no one else could. He did not hesitate or seem confused, and then walked inside. The guard believed that perhaps the man's mind glitched and made him act this way. Dark shadow.
I'm like scared. There is no one standing there.
This video was shared by a woman who was out walking her pet dog. It showed a dark shadow of a person standing upright on a wall, even though there was no one nearby who could have cast it. This time, I would like you to write in the comments section and explain to whom this shadow belonged.
There is no one standing there, but there's a silhouette, like a shadow of a person.
Mirror glitch. I believe this video will definitely blow your mind because it shows a real mirror glitch. A physics teacher, feeling bored one Sunday, filmed an experiment by placing a lighter on the floor in front of a mirror. Then she placed a sheet of paper between the lighter and the mirror. Strangely, when she looked from above, the lighter was still visible in the reflection, even after it had been removed. If you do not believe it, you can try it yourself. Strange rain. In Palembang, Indonesia, a man was heading toward his car to go home after a long day shift, but what he experienced was shocking. It was raining only on his car. Surprised, he captured the moment and waited for the rain to stop. When he reached home, he showed the video to his father, who identified it as a natural phenomenon called localized rain. Glitching shape.
Yeah, they did. Oh, what the? Wait a minute.
Two friends canceled their plan of shopping on a Saturday night right after entering the parking lot of a shopping center in Jacksonville, Florida, USA, after witnessing this.
Oh, what the? Wait a minute. It's pulling it. What?
It was a round, luminous shape with a strange glow of purple and yellow moving between the parked cars. They kept recording as it suddenly shifted into long appendages and then disappeared into the sky. People online debated whether it was an edited video, but it looked too real to be a hoax.
What's eagles? Not cool, bro.
Winged horse. This video was recently uploaded by an unidentified source on Instagram and left many people scratching their heads because what it showed seemed to defy reality. The video showed a white-colored horse walking on the street, but what made it truly unusual were the wings attached to its sides. The horse outstretched its wings and then flew into the air. Some viewers believed it was something not from this world, while others argued it was created using artificial intelligence. Angelic bird. One rainy night, a man was driving back home in Bar Harbor, Maine, USA, when a strange bird suddenly flew toward his car, forcing him to stop. As he slammed on the brakes, a truck quickly passed in front of him. For a moment, he realized what could have happened if he had not stopped in time. On his way home, he could not stop thinking about the incident and began to believe that the bird might have been an angel sent by God to save his life. Glitching Bay. This video was captured by a night beachgoer on Mosquito Bay in Puerto Rico, USA. While playing with the sand, he noticed something unusual. Every time his fingers touched the surface, the sand beneath lit up in glowing blue patterns, just like a touchscreen. What made it feel like a glitch was the light appeared exactly where he touched and disappeared instantly, repeating the same response each time. It looked less like nature and more like the ground was reacting to him. Dual moon. One evening in Madrid, Spain, a man turned on his camera to record the moon in the sky. To his surprise, there were not one, but two crescent moons. One was shining brighter, and the other looked normal. Even more mysteriously, it changed its position from the left to the right side of the moon. He thought maybe his camera was glitching, but it was actually real. I would like to ask you to identify what causes the moon to appear like this in the sky and write it down in the comments section. Before you go, drop in the comments which one got you the most. Your picks help us find the next video, subscribe to our channel, and let's keep building the weird side of the world together. Thank you and see you soon!